a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC News, brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. New York capped property tax growth by law in 2011. Now Governor Cuomo says the next step is to start cutting property taxes, not just slow the growth. The governor has launched a PR campaign for the property tax freeze in his executive budget. It's a 2-year freeze on property taxes if your local government stays within the 2% tax cap and commits to consolidating services or even political boundaries with other nearby jurisdictions to save money. Andrew Cuomo is unleashing a No Excuses campaign in support of the freeze as a first step towards cutting New York's property tax burden. It includes a website called cutpropertytaxes.ny.gov, TV spots, and an email campaign targeting state lawmakers. We told you yesterday about the Siena College poll, which found that half of all New Yorkers support a 2-year delay in the rollout of the tougher Common Core education standards for New York public schools. Governor Cuomo is one of the people backing that delay. He says the Common Core is still the way to go.
The rollout, the introduction was not handled well. It was traumatic for the students. When it's traumatic for the students, it's traumatic for the parents.
The governor has a panel looking into what went wrong with the rollout and how it can be corrected.
Legislation authorizing the participation in the Interloop East Transformation Project. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say nay. Motion carries 7-0.
And with that, the Rochester City Council voted to go ahead with the project to fill in the eastern end of the inner loop. With 2 members out of town, the vote was 7-0 to move forward on the $27.3 million project. Design work is supposed to be finished in June. Construction should begin in the fall. It'll take 3 years to complete. Once the sunken highway is filled in, a new 2-way Union Street with wider sidewalks and bike lanes will handle the traffic, and the former path of the highway will become developable land intended for mixed residential and commercial use. The Rochester Genesee Regional Transportation Authority and the City of Rochester say the new downtown transit center will open in November, about 5 months ahead of schedule. RGRTA head Bill Carpenter and Mayor Lovely Warren made that announcement at the Transit Center on Mortimer Street. The $50 million center is what eventually emerged after the stillborn Renaissance Square project. It covers the whole city block between St. Paul and North Clinton. It's designed to move that long line of buses that exchange passengers off of Main Street and out of the weather. Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren is spending Wednesday and Thursday in Washington, D.C., among other people, meeting again with Vice President Biden. She and Rochester business people are supporting 21st century jobs for the Flower City. United States Senator Charles Schumer is pushing the Small Business Administration to speed up the process for a loan to the developers of Hart's Local Grocers in Rochester. The grocery store in the East End will be the first full-service grocery near downtown in decades. The developers are seeking a $1.1 million SBA loan to help fund their project. Senator Schumer says they have a $3 million commitment from Canandaigua National Bank, but it is contingent on their getting the federal loan agreement as well. Family members have named the 3 people found shot to death in a Chili Avenue apartment Monday as Michael Nelson, Jacqueline Simmons, and Jermalia Simmons. All 3 were found dead at 809 Chili Avenue across from School 44. Police have not confirmed their identities. Family members and friends gathered outside the house in a vigil on Tuesday night. Producers John Nugent and Mark Iacona of the Xerox Rochester International Jazz Festival have announced 3 more headliners for the 13th edition of the festival in June. Janelle Monáe on Friday the 20th, Foreplay, which is Bob James, Nathan East, Chuck Loeb, and Harvey Mason on Tuesday, June 24th, and an evening with Michael McDonald on Wednesday, June 25th. All these performances are at Kodak Hall, Eastman Theater. The tickets go on sale Friday at 10 at rochesterjazz.com. The next news podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch it. We post updates through the day, and I'm Bud Lowell, CNC Worldwide.